Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
From Homestead Media, this is HHS In-Depth.
Now on HHS In-Depth, we'll take a look at behind the scenes of the spring musical, Mary Poppins.
Plus, we'll announce all of next year's student government election winners.
And we'll recap this week's celebration of the gymnastics team, featuring Fort Wayne Mayor Sharon Tucker.
I'll be in later on to let you know if we can expect good weather for prom this weekend.
And I'll get you caught up on this week in Spartan Spring Sports later on and Down to the Wire.
All that and so much more.
Coming up today on HHS In-Depth.
Hello, Homestead. It's Friday, May 1st, and thank you all for joining our show today on HHS In-Depth. I'm Olivia Butler.
And I'm Kenley Sugar. And Liv, it is the first day of May, which means our last month of high school, and I can't wait to room with you next year at Ball State.
I know, Kenley. I'm so excited, especially to check out all that Ball State has to offer, including their theater program. Now, speaking of theater programs, especially here at Homestead, the technical crew of the annual spring musical Mary Poppins has been preparing the Homestead stage for weeks. I was able to take a closer look behind the scenes of this incredible production and learn just more about how they'll be making the cast fly.
So the fly system in our space, every theater has a fly system, quote unquote, which are the ropes that you see behind me. It lets scenery go up and down. However, it does not let scenery go left to right, and that includes people. So anytime we are flying a human being for a theatrical effect, we do have to bring in an outside company. But there's so many safety pieces to it. It was over 6 hours of training with the actors and with the crew. I would say it wasn't complex, but it's tedious because obviously safety goes into play there. I think my favorite part so far early in this process was a part of the fly training. And that was when we finally had a great understanding with the crew members who were supporting the actor with the fly system, and then when the actor themselves figured it out, and then it really does look like flawless magic. Yes, wires are helping, but those really do disappear when you're watching the actor and how much focus they have to have when it comes to an effect like flying.
At first, it was pretty scary. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna fall. But once we kind of started getting up in the air and I started doing the flips and the acrobatics, I gained some more confidence on that, definitely, yeah.
Come see the show. This is one of the biggest shows we've done in this new auditorium by far. And Mary Poppins is a family favorite. Everyone loves it. If you don't think you know the show, I promise you know at least one song that you might not have even known that it was from this show. So just come and enjoy a good night of theater.
If you're interested in seeing this magical production, performance dates will be May 7th, 8th, and 9th at 7:30 p.m. and a 2 p.m. afternoon performance on the 10th, all here at Homestead. Don't miss this incredible show.
And now we go beyond Homestead.
In national news, on Earth Day last week, it was announced that the Wallace-Annenberg Wildlife Crossing over the 101 freeway in Agora Hills is set to open December 2nd. The crossing, the largest wildlife bridge in the world, spans 10 lanes and is nearly complete, with final work focused on connecting both ends so animals can cross safely. While the $114 million project has faced criticism over delays and cost overruns, supporters say it will benefit wildlife including mountain lions, bears, bobcats, foxes, coyotes, and deer, while helping reduce animal deaths along the highway. In Hoosier news, Little 500, the country's largest collegiate bike race, took place last weekend at Indiana University, Bloomington. But the event took an unfortunate turn early Sunday morning when gunfire broke out after a disturbance. 9 people were injured, including 5 struck by gunfire or fragments, while 4 others were hurt fleeing the scene. Police say all but 1 victim were treated and released, with 1 person hospitalized in stable condition. Authorities say the shooting does not appear to have been random, and as of this recording, the investigation is still ongoing. Stick around, more HHS In-Depth is still to come.
Spartans, tomorrow is prom, and today is the last day to purchase tickets for $35 at all lunches before the price increases to $40 at the door. Prom begins tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. at the Grand Wayne Center and ends at 11 p.m., but any student trying to enter must arrive before 10. Also remember to bring your student ID, and if you are bringing a guest from outside Homestead, they must bring a valid photo ID, for example, a driver's license. Have fun, be safe, and make good choices.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth.
Last week, you probably noticed campaign posters lining the halls as students made their final push for votes. Well, the results are in, and next year's senior, junior, and sophomore student government officers and representatives have been officially elected. Junior Aubrey Snyder was elected president and will represent next year's senior class in that role.
I definitely want to incorporate some more projects, really bring the seniors together, create some unity with us. I really like what the seniors this year did on our social media accounts, and I really hope I can continue that next year, and then also just incorporate some uplifting different projects around the school.
Here is a full list of next year's newly elected officers and representatives. Serving in student government gives students the opportunity to represent their classmates, help plan events, and shape the student experience each school year.
This past Monday, Spartan Arena became the site of a special championship celebration as Fort Wayne Mayor Sharon Tucker honored Homestead's gymnastics team for winning a state title last month. During the ceremony, she read a city proclamation declaring April 27, 2026 as Homestead High School Gymnastics State Championship Day.
27, 2026 shall forever be known as Homestead High School Gymnastics State Championship Day. Congratulations, ladies.
We read a proclamation and we named today after the championship that Homestead Gymnastics girls won. And we want today to be known as their day because we want to recognize and honor them for their athleticism, for their sportsmanship, and just for their overall success that they've had. It's one thing to be able to win a trophy and have the people who are competing honor you. It's another thing, in my opinion, to have the city that you've worked so hard for honor you as well.
AP testing for all students currently enrolled in advanced placement classes begins next Monday, May 4th, and important details are coming your way. Reporter Kale Carroll has what you need to know before testing gets underway.
Testing for all students currently enrolled in AP classes will begin on Monday, May 4th, and will run through Friday, May 15th. Testing will either begin at 8 a.m. or 12 p.m., depending on the exam, and the schedule can be found on the College Board website. If you are testing at 8 a.m., arrive no later than 7:40 a.m. and report straight to your testing location. Students will eat sea lunch after their exam has concluded. If you are testing at 12, you will attend periods 1 through 4 and eat a lunch regardless of your 5th period teacher. Testing will end after school, so please make arrangements for transportation if needed. Due to the College Board's testing policies, you should not bring items such as electronic devices, including phones, smartwatches, and smart glasses, mechanical or colored pencils, books, compasses, or highlighters. Items that you should bring include your fully charged school laptop with the Blue Book app installed, your laptop charger, a number 2 pencil, a blue or black pen, and an approved calculator if you are taking the exam for AP Biology, Calculus, Chemistry, Physics, or Statistics. A ruler or straight edge is also allowed if you're taking an AP Physics exam. It is also recommended for all students to bring water and a light snack to eat during the break. During AP testing, there will be no bells, but the normal school day schedule will still apply. If you have any questions, ask your AP teacher or reach out to Mrs. Cochran at the email address shown below. Kale Carroll, HHS In-Depth.
Thank you for the information regarding AP testing for the next 2 weeks, Kale.
Recently, Homestead HOSA put together an impressive showing at state competition, earning multiple placements, including 3 first-place finishes. Those students now advance to internationals this June, giving Homestead a chance to compete on an even bigger stage.
I think it was a great experience overall, and especially being able to compete against kids that are in the same fields and stuff, it kind of propels you forward and pushes you to perform your best. Especially the underclassmen, like the freshmen and the sophomores, they might not believe in themselves to win or do well, but hopefully if they see another kid at their state was able to do so, they'll be motivated to do the same themselves.
Speaking of that HOSA competition, it also became a platform for advocacy. As we enter Mental Health Awareness Month in May, 2 Homestead students used the competition to promote awareness, reduce stigma, and highlight the importance of mental well-being, an effort that earned them a spot in the Nationals this June.
Our HOSA project, it's called Note to Self, and it's a mental health campaign that's based on protecting students from burnout that they may face as a result of school, extracurriculars, overcommitment, and so much more. So we focus on doing posts, and we have a podcast too that runs every week and to help teach students about their mental health and why it's important that they take care of it.
Mahi and her partner Maxine have run several co-sponsored events with other clubs to educate students on the danger of burnout and the damage it can cause to teen mental health.
We definitely saw a need, like with us being pretty high achieving students ourselves, we have struggled with trying to balance like school, extracurriculars, and also not burn out in the process. And so we saw that a lot of our friends around us were going through the exact same thing. So we wanted to help them learn more about it. Note to Self competed at the State Leadership Conference April 17th or so, and it qualified for internationals. It placed first in the event. So we're going to be competing in June.
Good luck to Mahi and Maxine as they prepare for the upcoming National HOSA competition.
SAD Club has been working on a new initiative, introducing a task force focused on creating peer support buddies. These student mentors would serve as a trusted resource for students navigating mental health challenges, offering support, connection, and someone to confide in during the highs and lows of high school.
Our goal is to create a safe environment for students that they can talk to their peers. You know, you're closer with a female, that's who you prefer to talk to, or to a male. We have those options for you in your grade level. And you can just talk all about your day. The same rules apply as for counselors if harm to yourself or to others. So we have to report it.
The group is looking for students from all grade levels and backgrounds to get involved as mentors. So be on the lookout for more information coming soon.
Trade the classroom for the world. Learn more about upcoming travel club trips to Italy and Belize in 2027 and the Galapagos Islands and the Amazon in 2028 at the final travel information meeting of the school year. Join them on Tuesday, May 12th at 6:30 p.m. in room PE 1015 and be sure to enter through door 1.
Seniors, be sure to check the HHS scholarships page as several scholarship opportunities, including some specifically for Homestead students, have deadlines coming up soon. Don't miss your chance to apply and take advantage of available financial support for college and beyond.
Now, Kenley, I'm so excited for this weekend being prom. I mean, I've already have my dress and what I want to wear and everything. How about you?
I know, I'm so excited to hang out with all of my friends and my day. I just really hope the weather holds up to get some good pictures.
I could not agree more, Kenley. In fact, in now is weather reporter Madison Rosine to give us a little bit more on what prom weekend might look like.
Well, unfortunately, guys, prom weekend isn't looking like how we really want it to look like. This weekend is going to be a cloudy one, with today kicking off a cloudy trend. You can expect a high of 51 degrees and a low to 33 overnight. As we head into the weekend, Saturday, it looks pretty similar with just a tad more sunshine and a high of 52. Not too hot and not too cold for those outdoor prom pictures. However, post-prom will be chilly as you leave with an overnight lows of 35. Sunday breaks that 50s trend as we'll see the high back in the 60s and a great spring evening as the lows only drop down to 50 degrees overnight. Overall, it's shaping to be a cool but dry weekend for prom. Hopefully the sun peeks out the clouds a little more often than not. Madison Rosine, HHS In-Depth.
Thank you, Madison, for filling us in on this weekend's weather.
Stick around, more HHS In-Depth is still to come, including an all-new Down to the Wire with Atticus Dean coming up next.
While the month of May represents many things, Mental Health Awareness Month has worldwide significance. 1 billion people, around 1/8 of the world population, live with a diagnosable mental illness. Additionally, more than 1/4 of adults report experiencing a mental health condition at a given time. Mental health is a universally concerning issue, and the rates of mental illnesses are increasing, especially with younger demographics. If you or a loved one is struggling with mental health, call the Indiana Mental Health Hotline at 866-903-3787 or the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988.
Next week, reporter Taylor Diamond brings us a story over the progress of the new soccer stadium here in Fort Wayne. Be sure to catch that story and more next week right here on HHS In-Depth.
Welcome back to Down to the Wire. As spring sports continue to blossom, I'm Atticus Dean. Starting on the diamond, our 17th ranked baseball team defeated Columbia City 10-1 on Wednesday to claim their 11th win of the season. The team will be back in action tomorrow where they have a doubleheader against Cathedral at home beginning at 10:30 a.m. Another team dominant on the diamond was our 22nd ranked softball team as they routed Columbia City 18-1 to improve their record to 7-1 at the time of this recording. Their next game is tomorrow against Lafayette Jefferson at 10 a.m. That game is the team's first at a tournament at Noblesville. Shifting to track and field, both our boys and girls teams competed against Snyder, Concordia, and Carroll at Carroll High School on Wednesday. The boys had 4 athletes finish first, while the girls team had 6 first-place finishes as well. The boys team is back in action tonight at Warsaw for the Max Truex Invitational, beginning at 6 p.m. In other action, our 14th ranked boys volleyball team defeated Concordia in straight sets to improve to 17 wins at the time. Their next match is at Woodland on Monday starting at 5:30 p.m. On the golf course, the boys golf team placed second out of 9 teams at the Lake Central Invitational, posting a score of 305. 3 Spartans tied for the team low score of 4 over par 72. The team is back in action tomorrow at Canterbury at 8:30 a.m. Finally, on Wednesday, our 21st ranked girls tennis team took care of business against Norwell to keep their hot streak to begin the season going with a perfect 3-0 record. They host the Homestead Invitational tomorrow beginning at 9 a.m. And now, before we go, it's time to reveal today's male and female Spartan athletes of the week. Nearly every week we have a show, we will select 2 winners from a current sport, and the winners can pick up their prizes from the athletics office. Congratulations to this week's winners from the softball team, Grace Jordan, and from the boys track and field team, Braylon Tisdale. Grace hit a total of 3 home runs last week in the softball's team's wins, and Braylon was named the Pike Invitational Athlete of the Meet. He also had 2 PRs and 2 races. Congratulations to both of you and all Spartan athletes with big performances over the past few weeks. That'll do it for this edition of Down to the Wire. Good luck to all our Spartan athletes in competition this weekend. You can stay up to date with all Homestead sports by following Homestead Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. Olivia and Kenley, back to you.
Thank you, Atticus, and thank you all for watching our show today.
Make sure to follow our socials to keep up with the latest news from Homestead Media.
We look forward to seeing you again next week for another episode of HHS In-Depth.
Enjoy your weekend, Homestead.